Hello everyone, and if you don't know, Skyblock admins just released quite a few changes, and these were mainly measures to reduce inflation because inflation has been so dramatic in Skyblock over the past few weeks. So I'll be going over some of these changes, but since you probably already watched a video on it or something, I'm just going to link the patch notes down below for easier access, and I'm also going to be looking at the impacts of these because a lot of people have been saying this is one of the best updates ever. However, I do believe it is important to shine light on some ways this would have negatively impacted everybody. So one thing I believe the admins really did well on though is that they said by making these items more accessible, we're making the game slightly easier to complete, thereby saving valuable time. Now this gotta be the most wholesome thing I have ever heard an admin say. They're realizing that we're way too addicted to the game of Hypixel Skyblock, and they're purposefully making the game easier for us to complete so that we stop playing Skyblock so much and we actually go outside to touch grass. Even the admins are helping us now. Yeah, so in this sense, I guess it is the best update ever. However, let's just look at the next few changes. So I'll be just looking at exactly what this patch changed about the economy. Did it really help? What methods are worse now? And yeah, basically that sort of stuff. So probably one of the most notable changes is Necron handle drop chances increased by about 16%, which means the RNG meter also needs less RNG to fulfill. As you can see, Necron handles are about 615 million coins now. Pretty big drop from about 1 billion coins from the peak of inflation last week. So technically, if you had a Hyperion, then you just lost about 400 million-ish coins. Of course, like I didn't really lose that much because I bought it before all the inflation, so I basically just evened out. But yeah, your weapon that was worth 400 million coins more just became worth 400 million coins less. So if you had a Hyperion, not too great for you, and it's kind of doing what inflation is trying to prevent. Inflation is sort of preventing, like it's allowing, well, inflation itself is kind of bringing all of the early game players up to all the late game players way too much, and it's kind of equalizing everybody's net worth. Necron handles are now kind of giving everybody the same weapon, sort of, and now as you can see, there's a 600 million coin Necron handle. Prices are just dropping by the minute. They were like 630 million coins 30 minutes ago, and now they've just dropped so much. So yeah, Necron handle price changes were pretty big. Another thing to notice are scroll changes. Scroll drop chances, I'm pretty sure they also increased a lot. I forgot exactly how much though, but if we take a look at scroll prices, okay, it's lagging a little. I did not mean to click on that. Yeah, they dropped to about 400 million coins. At the peak of inflation last week, you couldn't even buy them off the auction house. Off the bazaars, so it was quite a big change if you had scrolls on Hyperion. Okay, so if you do the math, technically if you had a sweet scroll Hyperion, then you lost about like 100 million coins per scroll plus another 400 million coins from the Hyperion. So technically 700 million coins. The maxed out Hyperions became worth 700 million coins less. Not too big, not too good of a change for these players, but maybe it's for the best. Anyways, let's take a look at some other changes they made. Notably, NPC sale prices for items like carrots, and I forgot exactly what, but a lot of farming items changed quite a bit, and this actually led to farming becoming a worse money making method. Now, I don't too agree with this because farming was already not too good. I could make like 10 hours of farming and 1 hour of auction flipping, and mining can do like 5 hours of farming and 1 hour mining. So nerfing farming might not have been the best idea, but of course inflation macros were a pretty big problem. So yeah, but farming is not going to be as good for you anymore. So quite a big change to those players who were farming for a living. And probably the most notable change for me and a lot of people who watch my videos and all my AH flipping guides is the fact that they literally increased AH prices by like, it's like 2.5% for anything above 100 million coins. Okay, that means you have to pay 2.5 million coins for putting an item that's going for 100 million coins on the auction house. Like, just to put that into perspective, you now need to pay like 25 million coins if you want to sell a Necron handle. Actually, like 20 8 million coins more, which is absolutely absurd. And that's not even counting the price that you have to claim the item for. Honestly, I'm not too happy about this change. It's gonna make auction flipping a lot harder. I have like a ton of items from when I auction flipped about like 2 months ago, and I didn't play skyblock for like a month because I just studied for exams and all that I'm gonna have to sell for a lot more age tax, and it might not even make profit sometimes. So auction flipping definitely just got a lot harder. This does lower inflation a lot though, so I guess it helps some. But yeah, if you auction flip like me, then that's not too good. If you had any valuable items, by the way, you just lost about 1.5% of that item if you want to sell it on the auction house, because it's going to cost that much more to sell it. So that was definitely also a pretty major change. All of the scrolls increasing in price and auction increasing in price have had pretty impacts on a lot of people. Now let us talk about a community that goes unnoticed too often, and who I'm talking about is the Ironman players. If you play Ironman, well, inflation doesn't impact you at all. But you know what does impact you? The fact that they increased prices to obtain neckline handles by about 65 million coins. Now that might not seem like much if you're not Ironman, but for a lot of Ironman players, they don't have access to some money making methods, and like some of them may make like 2 million coins an hour. That means they have to spend about 30 more hours to get a neckline handle now, and that's just from the price cost of opening it from a dungeon chest. Of course, usually you make more than 2 million coins an hour on Ironman, but my point is making coins on Ironman is a lot harder than like regular players. So the thing is, like, you can't even sell the neckline handle, and you just have to pay that much more. Not too great. Same goes true of scrolls. Scroll prices increased to 50 million coins. Ironman players are going to have a hard time getting scrolls now. Of course, they're not affected by the auction thing, but they are also affected by the NPC sale price of farming items. Getting coins from farming, which was, in my opinion, already a pretty bad method, is going to be quite a bit harder now because of the fact that items like carrots are going for much less on the NPC. And while 1 coin may not seem like too big of a difference in NPC sale prices, that's only 1 coin per item, and then when you drag into millions of coins of that item, you lose like hundreds of thousands of coins. So it's a pretty big change in my opinion. And last but not least, one of the major changes is that Recombobulator prices have actually dropped a lot due to a much higher increase in the drop chance of these items. Now, the thing about this is that if you had any recombobulated items, you probably just lost a few million coins because of price drops. Again, a lot of people probably lost a few million coins, so it wasn't that big of an impact. But like, I had like this recombobulated Flower of Truth, this recombobulated Undead Sword, this recombobulated Livid Dagger, and yeah, it's pretty bad when you have a lot of recombobulated items. You could lose quite a bit of coins, so also not too good if you have recombobulated items. But yeah, that's basically this, like how the impact on the market has been. I'm invisible right now because someone splashed me with a potion apparently. If you like this video, please subscribe and let me know how you enjoyed it. I tried a new editing style for this video. If you don't know this, make sure to check out my other videos. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.